Okay, hello guys and welcome back to Chris Flies Planes. Chris here of course, and today we are back in DCS 2.5 flying the beautiful Mirage 2000c in Mission 3 of the Mirage 2000c campaign. So let's jump into the cockpit here and have a look at the briefing. You can see today we are going to be doing air-to-air refueling, which if any of you have tried before is exceptionally difficult, so do not expect it to go very well. But nonetheless, we are Chevy 2 today. Chevy 1 is just over to our right, and it's a fairly simple flight plan. So let's just get right in and go in here. So we're going to get our battery switch on. We're going to pop down to our UHF radio. Let's get that guy on. The VUHF radio can go on. Let's very quickly contact the ground crew and get ground power on.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
Okay, ground power is on. Let's just get the lights on.
Good. We have a startup clearance. Here's the plan. After takeoff, we'll climb above the weather. We'll discuss the functionality of the HSI and route to the tanker. Then I'll give you some pointers regarding the air refueling. Because of the deteriorating weather condition on the way back, we'll probably have to shoot an ILS approach back. Push on 2 on the green radio and let me know when you're ready to taxi.
Okay, so let's push channel 2 on the green radio, and we're going to get the INS aligned here. So I'm just going to check our initial positions. So our initial positions are at 413729 and 450210. So you can see that they are not correcting the INS, so we're just going to correct them very quickly. So let's go to the north, get that set, and that is 413729, 413729. Let's insert that. East is going to be 450210. 450210. If you're having some problems with that, remember it does need the leading 0, whereas the northern longitude or latitude, whichever one it is, does not need the leading 0. Slightly confusing, but there we go. Let's get that inserted and quickly check our altitude. That is set at 1529, which is correct. While we're here, well, let's get it aligning anyway. So let's pop down here, switch this guy to align. Pop our head back up here and hit Val, and you can see the align light will go steady yellow, which means it is now aligning. But we are going to just change some other things. So we are going to change all the altitudes so they match. So 6,000, 18, 18, 18, 18, 5,000, and then runway altitude. So let's try my best to remember that. So 6 is 5,000, 7, okay, 6,000. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's pause that. So go to prep. 01 is going to be 6. We need to insert the 0 there, don't we? So let's try that again. 06000. Insert. Waypoint 2 is going to be positive 18. Insert. Waypoint 3 is going to be positive 18. Insert. Waypoint. Oh no, wait. I've confused myself there. Just click that. Okay, that's fine. Waypoint 4 is going to be 1800. Waypoint 5 is going to be 18000. Waypoint 6 is going to be 5,000. I need a leading 0. And waypoint 7 is going to be a runway altitude, which it actually basically is. But for the sake of correctness, let's do that. And that should be fine now. So we switch this guy back over to status. You can see the INS is still counting down, which is fantastic news. So we are going to get the engine started. You wouldn't normally start the engine whilst the INS is aligning, but we're going to because I haven't got all day. So switch on, open and press. Once that hits 10%, we'll push the throttle forward to ground idle, which is there. And switch the hydraulics on. Let's get the cockpit closed here. Close that and seal it. Okay, while we're doing that, let's just pop our head down here quickly. We can turn on our anti-collision lights and our taxi lights. Let's get our radar warming up. I'm just going to switch that to B. Okay, that's all good. We're going to uncage you. Let's get our head down and head up display set. Radar altimeter on. Engine looks like it's basically started and stable now, so we can close that switch and switch that off. Let's radio through to ground power. Make sure that is turned off.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy.
Set our ILS to 108.75 for Vatiani.
Power is now off.
Set our TACAN to X-ray 22 for Vatiani. Switch that to TR. Let's get our pitot heat on there. Going to turn the audio warning on as well. Remarkably, we don't actually have any warnings right now, which is rare. Bingo fuel is going to be 900 today, so let's get that set. And IFF is going to be 1421. 1421. Oops. And let's get that on. So I'm just put on sect. And I think, I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's that guy. Okay, it's good. I reckon that is us looking pretty set up now. I'm just going to come back once our INS is aligned. As you can see, we've got a little bit of time left there. Okay, the INS is now aligned. I'm just going to quickly turn on the countermeasures. Hopefully we're not going to need them today, but it seems like it's probably a better idea to turn them on now rather than not have them on if we do need them. Everything else is looking pretty great. I'm fairly sure we're ready to go now. So let's radio through to Chevy 1.
Two is ready for taxi.
And we just pop our head out here and have a look. This is Chevy 1, this is our flight lead. As soon as he rolls, we'll start rolling. And we should be nicely lined up to taxi behind him.
As any Grand Chevy flight, we are waiting to taxi. Chevy Bassiani, taxi Golf Alpha, runway 32. As any Ground Chevy 11, we are clear to taxi Golf Alpha on short runway 3.
Hopefully at some point, yep, there he goes. So we can push forward ourselves now. Parking brake off. And nose wheel steering is on. You can just see by the DRAV button down here, just above the landing gear indicators. So we are going to be taxiing to our right here. Left that a little bit late.
Such a bad weather, we keep 30 seconds separation on takeoff. As soon as you are airborne, turn on your radar and keep following me to waypoint. I will make a call when I initiate the turn.
What I do want to do actually is I'm going to map some controls to my radar power selector, just because it always seems to be behind the throttle and I don't particularly enjoy dicking with the throttle, especially on taxiing and takeoff. So let's just have a look at this. Radar, what do you reckon it's going to be under? Warm up, else off, standby, warm up. On else standby. That's probably what we want to do. So let's just switch that to there. And let's just check that quickly.
2 copies.
Okay, so that's on. Oh, it doesn't seem to be working very well. On else standby. What about off and on? Let's try that, shall we? Okay, why has he stopped there? Hopefully he keeps moving here, otherwise we're in a bit of a pickle. Doesn't look very pleased with us. We're going to have to do a little bit of a... Oh no, he's going. Okay, that's great news. Great news. Let's just get that back onto standby. Actually, maybe on or standby was working. I'm just going to switch that back. We'll find out when we're up in the air. On our standby. I mean, that sounds about right to me, so... Oh, I see. Because the 3 thing, we can't use that. What we'll do is radar on, radar standby. So, on standby. Perfect. Okay, let's get going. I do always find it very useful in DCS to keep some switches unmapped from the get-go until you've got a lot of experience flying the plane, and then you'll find a use for them.
Gary Tower, Chevy 1-1 on short ready, 3-2, we are ready for departure.
Chevy, clear for takeoff. Wind 302 for 8 knots. Runway 32.
Okay.
Takeoff runway 32, Chevy 1 flight.
So we're going to be giving him a 30-second separation here. So let's say he's probably about there. The plan is we're going to get up in the air and straight away we are going to lock him. Just so we can see him in this terrible, terrible weather. Just get lined up, roll a little bit, lock the nose wheel. Gonna turn the radar on now. We're going to rotate back at 120. Come on. Gear up. And let's get him locked. Gonna throttle right back down to 50% almost immediately, because I know that we tend to be a lot faster than this dude. We should be looking pretty great there. Not sure. Yeah, we didn't set our INS back on nav. Just going to do that now. It's going to give us our nav points there. Just going to keep on him. Waypoint 1's just off to the right a little bit, but just keep on him where we can. Such a good looking plane.
Here's 1, passing waypoint 1 and left level line at 18,000 feet. Keep the ground speed around 380 knots.
Okay, so I'm going to leave him to it here. And we're going to start our own turn towards waypoint 2 and start our climb up to 18,000. There's waypoint 2. So we'll give it a little bit of gas up to 50% throttle. And that'll do. And we're just going to set 18,000 onto our autopilot here and hit that. So that should now take us up to 18,000. Not entirely sure where flight lead is now, but we'll definitely see him up there. Let's pop out and have a look at the map. Should we want to? So he's actually out over here somewhere. In theory.
If we win the tanker, let's go for the functionality of the HSI.
Time for a little bit more training.
The HSI is your main navigational instrument. It is linked to other devices such as the TACAN, VOR, radar. The knob on the bottom right will allow you to select which navigation input you want to display. Now we'll cover the HSI mode from the left to the right and will describe which function both needles and the DME display have. The first mode is marked CV nav. It sets the compass rose to show the true heading. The second mode on the right, CV Evo Twin, is called CM nav. It is the magnetic heading. Here in Georgia, the difference is about 6.5 degrees. You have to remember that if one of the modes is selected, it will affect all of the other systems. So if you select CM for magnetic heading, you also see magnetic heading on your HUD, on your radar, etc. Also remember that all the modes except CV nav and FITA will use magnetic heading as a reference. The white needle you see in both modes will show you the bearing to your selected weapon, and the DME will give you the distance. The third mode called TAC will point you toward the signal of the station set in the TAC tab. If no signal is selected, or if you are out of range, the needle will be stalled with the red flag on the needle. The fourth mode is marked as VAD. It is used to set up an offset point from the TACAN station. Can you do that? With the help of the next two positions of near the HSI. Mark with the Greek letter rho, which looks like our P, and theta, which is similar to our zero. This mode is useful, for instance, determining a rendezvous point for a flight, or in order to set up a good initial point for approach before landing. Note that this gray mode will follow the indication of the big arrow, while the field one will always point toward the VOR station. Sure you know, but VOR stands for VHF, omnidirectional radio range. So in other words, the thick needle will be the equivalent of your CDI, while the thin needle will work exactly like on the RFI. On the left of the TACAN you will find the VOR and the ILS control. The final mode, which I really like, is marked down, DEL, and it requires a radar lock to be activated. When you have a radar locked on something, the double arrow will show you the bearing to the current target, while the thin arrow will give you the intersection course based on the target speed and aspect. The DME will display the distance. Go ahead and check the function of the different modes as we're going to our waypoint fleet. In the meantime, I have to contact Darko. Why don't you put Channel 4 on the green radio?
Okay, so that was a brief introduction to the HSI. There's definitely a couple of those modes I haven't used before, but... So we're going to be intercepting the tanker now. It looks like that's him just straight off our nose doing circuits. Or her, as the case may be. And let's just do a little bit of formation flying, flight lead here. It's no fun always leaving it in autopilot. Looks like he's diving down for deconfliction, so I'll just leave him to that. Let's just get autopilot back on here. Get ourselves going nice and steady. Ground speed's at 395, so we can afford to slow back just a little bit.
This is Chevy 1. We have flight of 2 times Mirage 2000c. We are route to your location with the intent to refuel. Currently 10 miles out.
Chevy 01 Arco, we are on station at front coordinates. Call back when you have us in sight.
Arco, Chevy 11, we'll go. Joe, you have lady pilot flight taken. You know, the French Air Force is so small that we don't have a lot of women jet pilots. But when I went to red flag in 95, I was really glad to see that we're a very common sight into all three branches.
Roger that. Yeah, I really enjoy female voice in stressful conditions. It calms me down.
Yeah, we had one famous woman aviator into the squadron. Her name was Caroline Aigle. She was the first woman fighter pilot into the Army de l'Air, and we were fortunate enough to have her serve with us in 2000. Fortunately, she died a year ago. She was to become the next astronaut for the European Space Agency.
Was it an accident?
Nah, cancer. Now we don't have any women flying with us. What about wars serving with the Iraq? Go. Chevy 11, we have you inside. We request rejoin.
Chevy 11 Arco, pushing from current position, proceed to pre-contact at 20,000.
Here's about our plan. First, we'll go through the refueling preparation and the procedures. Before we do anything, let's make sure that the master arm switch is in the off position. Next, let's switch FBW into the charge mode. Then we turn off the radar altimeter and we change the IFF and radar into standby. We should make sure that we have SIL display on the radar screen. Also switch our attack hand to standby and we set the current weapon to the closest friendly airfield. If you want a tip, if you raise your seat, you should have a better field of view. 2, 1, gonna take position on the left of the tanker. Your turn, give it a go. Easy dive.
2, Roger. On it.
Okay, let's just radio the tanker here.
Arco, Chevy 2-1. Request rejoin.
Chevy 2-1, Arco, proceed to pre-contact at 20,000.
After communicating your intent to rejoin, you need to fail your fuel line switch. The switch is located on the left port, right below the cross parachute lever. It has 3 positions. Down is going to be off, middle is going to be for air refueling where you will open the valve, and then up is for night refueling when you will also turn the lights on. When ready, you first stabilize behind the tanker and you adjust your speed and your heading. Then you slowly close in and you announce that you're ready for pre-contact. When you're working your way to the basket, do not focus on the basket or the hull. Focus on the tanker. Then with your very, very good vision, you can adjust your visual cruise to make contact. Be smooth, make only minor correction with the sticks and work mainly with your throttle.
2 copies. Hey, how long can it take to refuel the jet?
Well, up to 10 minutes into the Fox 1 configuration. The Mirage 2000c, you get on the station, you're ordered for
This plane is flying like an absolute dog right now. Just take it nice and easy. Just to the left of a tanker. So let's just bring our speed right back. Let's get the tanker ahead of us a little bit more. Is that the tanker? Let's... Here we go. Don't know why that was so much of a struggle. Okay, so I think they're going about 301 indicated airspeed, so we just want to push forwards a little bit to catch up with them here. I think I got my air-to-air refueling switch in the right position. Yeah, it looks like I did. Let's just get back out of this wake here. Okay, so let's ready pre-contact. And let's reduce our speed right down. A little bit more here. Well, he's not going 301, that's for sure.
Ready, pre-contact.
Okay, here comes the basket. Apparently this is how new planes are born. So 240 is about where we want to be here. Try and keep our speed vaguely steady. I'm not feeling very steady today. Yeah, it looks like 240 is about where we want to be. Okay, let's level her out here. Beautiful. That went better than expected. And okay, this is about as well lined up as we're going to get. Let's keep pushing that speed forwards, tiny bit more. Even millimeter corrections on the throttle here. a little bit of rudder, a little bit more rudder.
Break away, break away, break away.
Just gonna burn some speed off and let them get ahead a little bit and come back up for pre-contact hit. Okay, well, I don't think that was a particularly bad attempt, so let's go in for another go here. And just get our speed right back down. Air brakes on. Right, that's about where we want to be. Try and get her trimmed properly. Oh, it's swinging out a little bit here. Come on. Okay. Keep her coming a little bit more.
Break away, break away, break away.
Thought I had it then. Okay, let's give it one more college try here, and then we can probably call it a day on the old air-to-air refueling before I run out of fuel trying to air-to-air refuel. Come on. Right. Hold it there. Reduce speed, reduce speed.
Break away, break away, break away. Contact. You're taking fuel.
That's it. We've done it. Okay. I am happy with that. That is probably the first time I've ever managed that. So let's call in on radio.
1-2, I'm ready to move on.
We took fuel. I'm more than happy.
Copy. Arco, Chevy 1 flight is departing. Thank you for your help. 2, pushing to waypoint 4.
Let's change our comp back.
Channel 3.
Parking brakes on for some odd reason.
There's always a little bit of a workout, isn't it? For the rest of the mission, why don't you take the lead so you can demonstrate you are confident with navigating the Mirage?
Why are we getting a comp warning here? There we go. Right. Let's get ourselves on target here for waypoint 4. Get the autopilot locks in here. Okay, so we've got a little bit of flying to do now, so I'm going to come back to you guys when we start talking about our ILS landing. Okay, we're just past waypoint 5 here, turning on towards waypoint 6.
One, Athena. Copy. Magic reports picture clean. Shell on station. Proton 07 will receive you in 30 mics.
Athena, Captain 6 copies all. 30 mics till refuel. Joe, this is one. We'll use the bad weather to practice an ILS approach and landing. The Mirage 2000 is equipped with a very neat feature called synthetic runway. And I think you don't don't admire on you American jets.
Negative, at least not in F-15s or A-10s.
Alright, and the first thing we have to do is to set up the TACAN and the ILS. Go ahead and set up channel 22 X-ray and 108.75 respectively. Then push in channel 1 on your green radio and contact Viazani Tower to obtain your approach clearance. Let me know when you're ready for the next step.
Okay, so channel 1, Vatiani Tower, and let's... no, not those guys. Vatiani inbound.
Chevy 2-1, inbound.
Chevy 2-1, Mirage 5678, 450, QFE 28.32, runway 31, departure altitude.
Okay, I'm just going to set the autopilot just so it'll pull us out of this dive when we get to the appropriate altitude. Let's call flight.
1-2 is ready to proceed.
Maybe we need to go back. Oh no, here we go.
System is in the nav mode, your master arm switch is off, and you don't have any weapons selected. On the PCA, select APP, then we'll turn on the approach mode for the hatch. So what you're doing with the ILS approach, you're following the beam that is bringing you all the way down to the entrance of the runway. And to be right on this beam, you have two types of guidance. You have a vertical guidance, which is called the glide slope. Then you have a lateral guidance, which is called the localizer. The vertical dash line going across your head is going to be your guidance to localizer. When it is vertical, you are perfectly lined up with the runway. The farther it deflects to one side, the farther away from the center line of the runway you are. If it's showing a deflection to the right, that means you are to the left of the center line of the runway, meaning you are to turn toward the dash line to be able to recapture the center line. A little square box inside the HUD represents the ILS speed. The closer your flight path marker is from the box, the closer you are from the beam. To make it easier, imagine that your flight path marker is your aircraft. The box is the beam that you're trying to ride on. So if your flight path marker is under the box, you're too low. If your flight path marker is to the right of the box, you're far right. The last set of goals you're going to have on your HUD is going to be your airspeed management. Like every other jet out there, we don't really use the airspeed. We use the angle of attack equivalent. For an approach from the Mirage 2000, you want to be around 14 degrees angle of attack, which is going to correspond to an airspeed of about 155 to 160. If you raise your seat on the bottom of the HUD, you're going to see some outside brackets, and you're going to see chevrons going up in them. The brackets symbolize the neighborhood of the 14 degrees angle of attack, and the chevrons are going to be your current angle of attack. To be at the proper approach speed, you need to find a way to put the chevrons inside the bracket. So this is where it gets tricky. If you are perfectly established on that beam, and at the right airspeed of about 155, 160, then you should see the following indications. You will have a vertical dash line. You will have your flight path marker right inside the little square, and the square is going to be in between the outside brackets with the chevron right on the bracket. And to finish it off, when you're going to be about 9 to 8 miles from the runway, then you will see that synthetic runway we talk about, where an outline of the runway will appear into your head. Disregard ATC instruction. We're gonna fly the waypoint. Fly toward the waypoint 6 and descend to 8,000 feet. Make sure you set up your altimeter setting at 1008.
So he says descend to 8,000, but I'm not sure that's right. We're descending to 5,000, depending on if we're going to make it over this mountain. Which seems to be the pattern altitude for Vatiani. I've had some problems on this mission before where I've flown it at 8,000 and we just haven't captured any sort of flight slope or anything. This mountain is very, very concerningly low though. We're down at 5,000 feet, 23 nautical miles out from waypoint 6, so hopefully things will work. I've never managed to get the ILS landing on this mission kind of nailed before, because I think there's a few things that he doesn't necessarily mention. Like if you look down here, I think it's quite important that we get the TACAN switched into TR, which I think maybe he does mention actually, and to get this guy set into M, which I don't think he does mention. So I'm hoping that kind of makes the difference. In the meantime, I just want to keep an eye on this mountain and make sure. It looks like we're going over it, so. Could maybe see why he wanted to bring us in at 8,000 as opposed to 6,000. You can see Vatiani's just off to our 1 o'clock there. What is our actual waypoint plan here? So waypoint 6 is there, and then it's just going to be a left turn in. Okay. Right guys, we're going to be back in a moment when we're a little bit closer. Okay guys, we are back. We've just passed the, just come across the ILS localizer. As you can see that dashed line going down our screen. So we're just going to fly the remaining 4 nautical miles over to waypoint 6 and then start our turn left into Vatiani. So runway heading, I believe, is about 309. So may have left that turn a little bit late there. We're going to head round to 309. Should be right about there. Just try and get our trim under control here.
Yeah, 2 copies. I'm going to begin my approach now.
So we're just going to head on to 30 because we are a little bit over to the Right, as you can see by that dash line, and we want to start coming down to meet that glide path. Hope you start to see that line coming across fairly soon. Okay, looks like it's starting to move across there. It's always pretty terrifying, just flying straight towards the ground. You can see our flight path starting to come up now. Wait a second. What would really help here is if we were in TACAN mode. There we go. Not that actually it matters too much, but it's definitely going to make life a little bit easier. I'm just going to start pulling around a little bit. We need that yellow line to start thinking about centralizing. Starting to come a little bit under the flight path here. Okay, it's about centered now, so we can start our turn on to 309. Should be around there. And very much below our flight path there. What we're just going to do is just hold it level, and we should intercept that flight path again. Glide slope, sorry. Okay, I can see the runway. And let's bring our speed down. I'm just going to try and hold our nose up here. Just aim towards those markers there. Just a little bit more power. Little bit more power. Good chunk more power. Okay, if you excuse the silence here, guys, there's a lot of concentration going on.
721, Mirage, check landing gear. Wind 308 at 7 meters.
Yeah, landing gear is down. Still a little bit below the glide slope here. Quite a shallow angle of attack landing, which is not really too bad, but let's try and get our speed reduced down here. Okay, let's deploy the parachute. Get that caution off. And I would say that was a pretty damn good landing. I'm pretty happy with that.
Chevy 12, taxi to parking spot 13.
Chevy 21, taxi to parking area.
There is our taxi notice from Chevy. Just going to turn the radar off here. Let's get the TACAN off. And the ILS off. And let's taxi over to 13, and this mission is a good one. Get our countermeasures off, they don't need to be on. Ooh, off, 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 off. Everything else looks pretty great there. So I've turned down Charlie here. Okay, so keep my eyes out, sure there's no one crossing. Ooh, back well on the snow there. You have to be really careful of the ground in DCS. It is exceptionally sticky. Okay, let's swing her out here. And let's look at the map quickly. So 1-3, it's all the way up. You can always tell which one's your parking spot anyway, because it's the one with all of the army guys and the Jeep in, ready for you. Which is nice. I do like a nice welcome. Let's get a little bit more power up here. Radar, did I not turn the radar off? Is that not what I did? I did. I don't know why it's still on screen there. Who knows? Right. There is our parking spot. Well guys, I very much hope you enjoyed this video. It was definitely a challenging mission today. Air-to-air refueling followed by basically zero visibility landing. Definitely tests your skills as a pilot. And we did alright. We did miss our parking space though. So let's just park her up in the M1 here and call it a day. So as I said guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Fly safe, and I'll see you guys next time.